Is ignoring paid traffic a mistake? Learn more in today's episode. Welcome to eComFiles. We started this video podcast to help e-commerce store owners be successful and reach financial independence, but most importantly, build momentum and have an impact without burning out on the way. We're going to cover everything from marketing to operations and everything beyond. Let's get started by talking today, Sebastian, about paid traffic. What do you have to say about paid traffic?
Hello, everybody. What is the thing with paid traffic? Well, the first question to ask is it worth it? And there are a lot of people out there that think it's not worth it. Like Facebook ads are expensive, YouTube ads are expensive, Google ads are hard to figure out. So how can you make it work? There's one big advantage that internet paid traffic has over other, or that pay-per-click traffic has. That's what you call all these advertising forms over other forms of advertising, and that is that you can measure, that you can get immediate feedback if what you're doing is worth it or not. And that brings up the next point. What does it actually mean for this to be worth it? One of the most common mistakes I see people make out there is going into paid online advertising with let's set up a budget mindset. And if you do that, my prediction is you're going to fail. You go in and say, I'm going to spend $3,000 a month on advertising. That's the wrong, you're looking at it from the wrong direction.
Okay.
And because that, you're going to end up measuring the wrong things, and then you're not going to know how to improve, and then you will turn it off eventually. But what is the thing to do instead? That brings us back to something we talked about in one of the very first episodes on this channel, which is the customer lifetime value. What is your customer lifetime value?
Okay.
How much money will you earn after expenses from every customer you get, on average? And it is an average number. You will have customers that give you more. You will have customers that give you less. That's okay. But you do need to know this average customer lifetime value. And if you have that number, then you can spend a part of that on acquiring that customer.
So that's the first thing. First, you got to get that number, and that's going to help you to gauge how much you're investing into your ad spend.
And so how do you go about it? First, you now have this customer acquisition cost. Acquiring a customer costs money, no matter how you go about it. Even the free organic traffic will cost you money, will cost you a significant amount of money. Or time, if you have that, but most likely money. Even if you do it yourself, even if you write all the content yourself, you will still have expenses to pay for. So there is a cost to acquiring a customer. Do you know what that is? There is a value that a customer provides over the lifetime to you. Do you know what that is? If the customer acquisition cost is lower than the customer lifetime value, you have a winner. Now, there might still be improvements possible, but once you have that, you basically have a machine where when you stick $1 in, you get $2 out. It might be to stick $1 in and you get $1.01 out, but still you get out more than you put in. So once you have that machine, you're going to start putting as much money in as you can. And that is a mindset you need to have when approaching pay-per-click advertising, online advertising. You need to get to that point where your customer acquisition cost on that medium is lower than your customer lifetime value to you. And important there is that you're not talking about the customer lifetime revenue, but the customer lifetime value, the money you get after all expenses have been paid, including your own work.
Okay.
So,
well, I have a quick question.
yes.
So let's say I'm an e-commerce shop owner, and let's say I kind of have an idea of my acquisition costs for my customers, or let's say maybe I'm not sure. Some of this stuff is a little bit fuzzy right now. I've been thinking about doing some paid traffic. What would you say are some good signs for a person that's watching today to start to maybe begin to kind of prepare to take the plunge into doing some paid ads? What are some good signs in their business as indicators that they should probably start to test the waters a little bit?
If you get organic traffic,
okay,
and a good number of those convert, actually buy from you, then you're at the right place to start looking into paid advertising.
Okay.
If everybody who is paying you, everybody who is buying from you is still related to you or a good friend, then you might not be ready to go into paid advertising yet. But if you have people that have never heard of you, come to your website and buy, then you can make paid ads work.
Okay. And so obviously, if you're watching this right now, you should be at a place where you're measuring and tracking that as far as those conversion rates, right? Whether it's, a cold customer person is coming and they don't know anything about you, or even in the back end as far as how long it takes before they do buy, email and nurturing and things like that, right?
Yes.
And I'm assuming go ahead.
The time really isn't that important. If you can track it, you have a person come to your website or hear about you through whatever channel. Yeah. And even if it takes a month to nurture that person to buy, that's okay. But you acquired somebody that didn't know about you and turned them into a paying customer.
Got it.
Now, I'm saying that is the right place to start looking into ads. But to make ads work, ads are not cheap and ads are not simple. So there are a few screws that you need to regularly adjust to actually turn this into a money printing machine.
Right.
And so the customer lifetime value, there are a lot of things that we can do to increase that. And if you haven't looked into those mechanisms, we talked about some of those before, but we're probably going to talk about more of those in future videos. If you haven't done any of that yet, you probably have to seriously look at that before you can turn paid ads into a profitable thing. But the nice thing about paid ads is because you can measure, you can actually get numbers, you can get information very quickly.
Yeah.
You can spend some money and get answers to the common questions where if you were to go out and ask a research company to find those answers for you, you would spend thousands and thousands and thousands. And you might have to spend only a few hundred to get that same answer through ads. So that's what makes ads very powerful. But you need to, again, approach it as that. For the first few months, you're going to put money in, and the outcome you get is not customers, it's not profit. The outcome you get is information. And then you can use that information to turn those knobs that increase the customer lifetime value, that increase the initial conversion rate of people that just learned about you, turning them into customers. With that, your customer acquisition cost goes down and your customer lifetime value goes up at the same time. And if you keep turning those knobs, then at some point you will have them pass each other in the right direction. And then you have a money printing machine. And then don't stop there. Keep turning those knobs to make that machine spit out more money. But even if you just make a penny per customer actual earning, well, just get more customers and you will get more money.
Right. Now, obviously, there's a lot more that goes into ads than what we're sharing here. So, like there's so much more, but I think you gave some really great tips as far as when to start and then the mindset. What you just said about the mindset, that's like resonating for me. Because most people, they'll think, hey, I got this budget. That is not the right approach, because your mindset is about getting data, right? That's the key thing, right?
And that's really the big differentiator to organic approaches. Like we talked about last time of how to do SEO, how to make SEO work. And to make SEO work, you just have to pump money in for quite a while. And you probably have to plan for $3,000 or more a month to make SEO work, just to get that high quality content on your website and to get those high quality backlinks we talked. And yes, you probably will turn that into a profit eventually, but you're going to fly blind for quite a while, because there is no easy way to measure. And that is what makes paid ads so powerful, that from the moment you turn it on, you get data.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for showing up. We hope you found the information extremely valuable. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more of this type of content. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful day. And like always, Sebastian, any last words?
Nope. Thank you for showing up. I hope you liked what you saw, and see you next time.
Take care.
Bye.